DNI means do not interact. If you're like me, you're an ADC main who's been struggling to be relevant this season, let alone carry games. My win rate at the beginning of this season was literally 30%. This is what my match history looked like. So after this, I got coaching from the rank 1 bot laner, Cupid, and I figured out the strategy to win on ADC. I went from this to this. Okay? In my last 25 games, I went 20-5. Half of those games were duo with a Thresh main, and my record without duo is 9-2. My 5 losses included a 4-15 mid laner, a jungle who quit at the 2nd minute mark, and a ghost cleanse Yumi. Okay? By the time you finish this video, I promise you will understand what you need to do to carry on ADC, like I clearly have figured out. All right, so DNI is a strategy where you do not interact with the enemy mid, jungle, or top. If you see them on your screen, you don't click towards them unless your team is already fighting them. One important phrase to keep in mind is if they're on your screen, you are already winning. If you are on the mid wave, they are on your screen, you're already winning, you just need to not die. Okay, so why DNI? This is a clip back before I understood this. I am a 3-item Caitlyn fighting a 1-5 Wukong. I literally hit everything and I still died. Okay, here's another clip from yesterday. I walked up to Kennen to defend the pink and I just lost my entire health bar for free. This one's a funny one. Kennen literally just instantly kills me. Yeah, when you see him, you're winning. You just need to run away. No, don't try and trap and fight him or whatever, okay? So, if you start an interaction as ADC, you will be stat checked and you will lose 9 times out of 10. So that begs the question, what do you do instead? And when can you interact? So you can interact when they dive you and you have some style play, or your team is already interacting with them and you can help, or you have hit your item spikes and you can fight them on equal terms. Side note, treat your sums as a way to win a forced interaction, aka them ganking you or engaging on you. Wasting enemy mid-jungle top time / outplaying them is winning the game for your team. It's extremely good. For example, you can bait enemy gank bot and then you flash away from them wasting their time while your jungle does something useful like do an objective or kill solo laners. So here's the strategy part. Okay, this is what you do. Treat League as a minigame where your objective is to get the wave as soon as possible, and the enemy's objective is to interact with you to stop you from farming by forcing an engage. So you can do one of two things. One, push the wave first and be ready for the interaction. Be ready to kite the interaction, run away. This is going to be jungle gank showing up when you try and push mid, or enemy solo showing up in your lane. You can prepare flash, whatever. Or B, catch the wave second. In the mid game, we always get the first wave, and then we move. No exception. There are exceptions to every rule, but in the last 25 games, I pretty much almost always got the wave first, and then I moved to help. You can interact if your team interacts with them first, though. So let's say, for example, you got the wave and a team fight has broken out, then you can help. Why do we do this strategy? It's because the goal of this strategy is to get to the point where we have levels and items to finally interact with the rest of the enemy team on equal terms. Usually this is 3 items for ADC, but it depends on your champion item spikes. And Mage's bot lane, they spike at 1 item or even half an item. So you could probably low-key start interacting with the enemy team extremely early if you play a mage. That's why mages are so broken bot. Part of the reason why they're so broken bot. But yeah, for the most ADCs, it's going to be 3 items. Okay? When you are finally strong enough at 3 items with levels, then you can start looking to interact with the enemy top, jungle, mid. You just got to make sure to do your damage and outplay their damage. Okay, so I showed the DNI video to my chat, and they said it would be good if I showed an example game of what it should look like. Okay, so I'm gonna round out the end of the video by showing you guys a game where I practice do not interacting with the enemy jungle top and solos. Now, remember, the premise is that you are not seeking out engagements with the top side of the enemy team. Okay. Instead, you want them to try and force onto you, and then you escape. And that is the entire premise. While you are making sure you focus on your waves. That's the thing you care about. Okay, so basically what happens is you want the minions, they're gonna try and gank you, you get away. This is the basic pattern for a successful do not interact game. Okay, so I have some timestamps to show for you guys. One at 5 minutes, one at 8 minutes, one at like 11 minutes, and then we'll show the rest of the game through the mid game and on. We're showing this part of the laning phase. So DNI in the laning phase is basically you're pushing or to get some kind of advantage 2v2 or whatever your situation is. Usually it's pushing. And you have sums, and you are trying to get the enemy jungle to come bot to waste their time. And that lets your jungle use his time to get something done, whether it's farming or ganking or something. So we see Sejuani, done. We pause. We have already won. We just need to escape. Why have we already won? Karthus can now invade the enemy topside jungle, or he can gank the either solos, right? And that's basically just making jungle diff from bot lane. Very important. If we think jungle is an OP role, raise your hand if you think jungle is an OP role, okay? If you want to impact the jungle, you need to do stuff like this, okay? Which is waste the enemy jungle's time. Or you just win bot so hard, you can just have your support go roam, right? Sometimes you win bot so hard, and then your Nautilus goes to roam, or the enemy Yuumi is sitting on the tower, XDD, and then you guys win the game that way. Yeah, anything like that, okay? So winning bot is relevant to impact the map. That's what I want you guys to think. So if you guys win bot all the time, and you have zero impact on the enemy jungle and mid, you ain't doing shit, all right? You are not going to carry the game by yourself. You can only carry the game when you have 3 items and levels, like level 13 and plus, right? You ain't doing shit by yourself, okay? So you must impact the top side of the map. We'll go back to 8 minutes. This is another section where I see a lot of you guys making mistakes. You see that Senna has started a fight. Oh, we gotta go, bro. We gotta go fight. Everyone's ready. Lissandra's ready with ulti. Karthus is nearby. I can go. No, do not move. You must get the wave. Then you can decide if you want to move, okay? You must get the wave. The wave is right in front of your face. Get the wave. If you do not get this wave, you will lose you will lose 6 minions worth of golden XP, okay? How, you're like, oh, 6 minions, that's nothing, bro. You kill like 200 minions a game. 6 is nothing. Okay, so think about it this way. If you miss that wave, your ability to play the game is delayed by 30 seconds. And I see you guys miss, I don't know how many people I've coached, VODs I've reviewed. I see you guys miss 10 plus waves in a game. That's like 5 minutes, man. That's like 5 minutes. You're delaying your spikes by 5 minutes. That's crazy, right? If you think about it. So yeah, you must get every single wave. There's almost no exception. I know I mentioned this before, but I pretty much did not drop any waves ever, okay? So I did not move. I instead pushed, okay? We go to 11 minutes. We said that DEI is about getting your waves, and if you have sums, you can bait the enemy team into going on you. So here, we see Camille. Usually speaking, when you see the enemy jungle or solos in your lane, she's in our lane. I see her on the... We've already won. Why? Because our corresponding teammate, the enemy, or I guess Lissandra in this case, is supposed to be Volibear, but Camille's mid for whatever reason. Lissandra can push bot for free. But instead of Lissandra's not pushing bot, right? So instead, she's coming to counter gank mid, which means that I can in fact bait them into going on me because I have sums, and then we can counter with our Lissandra behind us. Otherwise, if Lissandra is bot, let's say Lissandra is bot here, for example, I don't know if you can see my mouse. Let's say Lissandra is bot here. I'll just back up immediately. We won, guys, right? All good. So yeah, we are only hitting the tower because I have both sums and my Lissandra is here. So you see, I'm getting engaged on, but because we have both sums, we're fine. Now, I will admit this is not the greatest, okay? This is not the greatest. I should have flashed the Sejuani ultimate. But you know, as long as we have the correct pattern, which is they're trying to dive us when we have sums. Okay, that's the pattern. They're trying to dive us when we have sums. As long as we have the correct pattern, most of the time we'll be okay. That's why we follow these rules in League. And notice I didn't really have to do much. I just follow up on my teammate CC, and somehow we won the fight. I don't even know how we won the fight. I'm just here trying to kill minions and, outplay, engage, okay? So we're going to watch the game from this point on. But basically, it's going to be me getting every single wave. I want you guys to watch this game, and I want you to say, okay, what would I do every 30 seconds? You know, every time a new wave shows up, what would I do? And then what do you do after you kill the minions? So, okay, here, instead of basing, I hit the tower, right? And I want you to ask yourself, okay, why would you do that, okay? Some tricks to help you guys make your decisions is, okay, you want the next wave, you look at the wave, the incoming wave on your side of the map, it's mirrored on the enemy side, and then you look at the solos. So I look at the solos, I say, okay, as I'm pushing this mid wave, Camille is gonna come down to mid from top because she has priority. She has the push. If you don't know what priority is, it means you have the push first, therefore you can make the first move, which is, you can make the first move, okay, after pushing. So I know that Camille can come bot, and then I know a big fight is happening over this dragon. That's all you need to know. I don't look at the dragon. I don't look at anything. I say, how can I get the minions? So here, I'm trying to get the minions. Orianna wants the minions too. Do not interact. Do not fight her for the minions. Oh, back up. Back the fuck up. She's going to flash Q, ulti, W, GG, you die. Okay? Do not interact with this Orianna. Okay, so, I don't interact. I back up. We catch the wave second. And then I see her go fight. After we've caught the wave, we can come help. So here you can see me coming to help, but you'll notice that it doesn't look like I can do much here. I'm like, oh, I can't really find anything here. I don't really want to like hit this Kog'Maw. It doesn't really make any sense. Okay, we back up. Just because you're showing up to a fight does not mean you have to fight to the death, okay? There is no glorious Valhalla waiting for you when you die in battle, okay? You're just dead, okay? In game. Okay, so Orianna helps Kog push the wave. That's okay. I catch the wave second. You will not always get to push the wave first. That's okay. So here you can see I look at the wave. I'm like, what do I want to do? Do I want to get the wave? I see Kog going bot and Ori going to dragon. Okay, get the wave, guys. Okay, this entire decision-making process is looking at the map and asking yourself, do I get the wave now? Or do I get the wave after they push? That's it. And then after you get the wave, then I'm like, okay, I go base. And where am I basing? I'm basing top side because we see that they did the dragon, right? So, okay, so I'll go home. Okay, so after this, let's fast forward a bit because let's fast forward a bit because I'm coming back from base, and you'll notice that I have almost 10 CS a minute. That's exactly what you want to see when you're playing this. When you're playing ADC in League of Legends, I go mid, I get the wave. You'll notice I'm not running top, right? Why am I not running top? I can do something better, which is take the mid tower. Okay, and then after I take the mid tower, I'm like, okay, I get the next wave. I get the next wave, and then you can consider going top. Oh, there's no more top fight. That's okay, right? I don't have to do anything crazy. We're happy. Our objective as an ADC is to just kill the minions and prevent them from going on us for free. You do not want them to kill you for free. That's all. I'm just sitting mid. I literally sit here and I just wait for the next wave. Don't take damage from Cog or whatever, right? Don't do anything silly like that. I'm just sitting here waiting for the next wave. That's literally all I have to do. And my goal is to just get this as fast as possible. Okay? That should be your mindset. Did I get the wave? Did I get it as fast as possible? That's it. Those are two things. And after this, all this is extra. All this is just fluff. I don't even have to be here. And then every time, you don't know what to do, look at the map. Okay, look at the solos. Okay, so if something happens, Camille is coming from top, right? That's all you need to know. Okay, you just look at the map, see the next wave. Okay, just observe what the enemy solos are doing and go get the wave again. And then you also want to take a look at your sums, right? Okay, I have flash in 50 seconds. I can make a do not interact play, or actually, I guess I can say I can outplay the enemy team interacting with me in 30 seconds when you have sums. Sums, very important. Okay, if you don't have sums and they interact with you, you're just gonna die. Okay, so let's fast forward this a bit. After we got the wave, you see we do the objective. Obviously, after the objective, we go back to get the wave, right? It's gonna be the same thing. After we get the wave, what we want to do next is probably go home, right? I got nothing there to do. There's nothing on the map. I just go home. We buy the BF sword. All good. We fast forward a bit because you don't need to see me coming out of base, right? Whatever. Okay, fight breaks out top. What do? You get the wave. You get the wave, guys. Part of what makes this so effective is that if you can just do this, if you can shape your thinking into just doing this, you're gonna do 10 times better on ADC. Way better than the enemy ADC, who's just busy fighting and not making any money. And you'll see that, okay, I got the wave. I could have gone top. Back it up. I could have gone top because I already got the wave. But I can get something better, which is the mid tower. If you can't get the mid tower here, you should go top. But I thought to myself, I can get the mid tower, and that will be better than going top. Because if you go top, there is no guarantee that you can make any money. Okay, so if you watch here, just ask yourself, on average, if you go top, how much money will you make? And I think the answer is 0. Versus me getting the mid tower, how much money did I make? I made 425 plus an entire wave. Now, you'll notice something interesting here. Camille went missing after pushing bot. And we said, and when you make these decisions, you must look at the map. You must look at the solo lanes and who has priority, who is coming first. Camille is coming first from bot. She is coming to you, okay? So we must prepare. So she actually came from mid, which means she based and came from mid. But we already knew she was coming just 30 seconds ago because she was pushing bot. She had the first push bot. So why am I in this spot, you might ask? Because we said you can outplay interaction if you have sums, namely both sums. So if you watch this fight, I am completely prepared for this. I trap myself, I wait for her to step on a trap, and I EQ, she dead, right? She dead, right? And so you'll notice something really interesting. I know I'm saying notice a lot, but I am level 12 barely before I got the kill. Look, before I got the kill, I just hit level 12. I just hit level 12 here. Same level as her. Because I've been practicing DNI the entire game. I got every single wave. I lived by 55 HP. Plus barrier. Sums are important. Okay. Now, if you are like, how did he kill this guy? There's only one way. The way is max econ, use sums. Okay? That is the only way. You will never be able to fight her otherwise. And we practice DNI so that we can get to the point where we can actually do something, which is what you just saw. Use sums to generate advantage. That advantage basically being baiting enemy mid, jungle, top. That is what your sums should be used for. Wasting their time or outplaying them and killing them. Okay, sometimes you can flash forward and kill people. That's fine too. But we must use sums like this. If you burn sums against the enemy bot lane, you're losing potential value in the game because that could have been sums used to outplay enemy topside. Okay, that's why it's super bad to just randomly burn sums in lane 2v2. I just like, I don't know what you guys are doing. Sometimes we're just like flashing for fun. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, you need sums, okay? And then you see, I'm going to get caught here. I'm going to get caught going to the river because I didn't use sums against the Camille. You can watch me die to Camille here. But if I flash her stun, I actually can win this. And that's what I was thinking, okay? So next time, I'll just flash her stun. I did not use my sums. She interacted with me. I died. The pattern is there. They interact with you. You have no sums. You almost always lose. They interact with you. You have sums. You can win, okay? Let's fast forward a bit, but that's basically the entire game in a nutshell. I just go mid again. Oh, I go mid again here. Actually, let's watch this part real quick because it is relevant. I try and push mid first here, and they are engaging on me. Camille is using her time to engage on me, and so I have to burn flash, and that's okay. Okay, so using flash to bait enemy engage is okay. Okay, that's exactly what you're looking for. Now, the reward wasn't exactly there. We didn't actually get too much from that except stall them a little bit because they didn't start the Atakan or anything like that. So using your flash like this is fine. Just know that the later the game goes or the stronger you are, you want to use your flash to like kind of offensively to make a play. Like let's say I had 6 items, I would like to use my flash to kill somebody and like dodge something, right? Anyways, this is basically the end of the game. They start Atakan and we already got the mid wave, so we can go fight. Right, DNI says once we have, you can interact with the enemy team if your team is already fighting them. So you see I'm fighting the enemy jungle and the enemy mid laner very cautiously. I did get hit by cog passive there and I'm almost dying, but I am fighting because, and I use barrier kind of like poorly, but I am fighting because my team is fighting and then we just win the fight and we win the game. Okay, that's basically the end of the game. Okay, I just literally, if you've been watching this, I just literally just farm for like 10 to 15 minutes. They try to stop me. Whenever I use sums, win. Didn't use sums, lose. That's it. That's the game. That's how you play ADC in a nutshell. If you lose on ADC, usually speaking, it's because you failed to get your waves, so you were worthless, or you did not DNI properly. You ran towards them and died. Right? You saw enemy jungle in solos, you tried to fight them and you died, and then you were worthless. or you did not use your sums properly, so you did not get enough of an advantage when they try and do something. Okay, that's basically the end of the game. We fast forward, we just siege bot, and then we triple inhib, and then once you have items, then you can try and do some crazy stuff. But there's no crazy stuff to be had here. We just ended up winning the game without me being able to do too much. I mean, here you can watch how this plays out, but yeah, we just roll them over with Baron buff and triple inhib, and yeah, I mean, I start doing damage right when the Nexus falls, right? Dodge the Ori ulti, headshot Hershey dies, headshot Lulu does a ton of damage. That's the game. Okay, so hopefully this replay gave you an idea of what DNI is supposed to look like. Remember, do not interact. Your goal should be get the wave and use sums to outplay them when they try and engage on you. If you don't have sums, that's okay. Like you saw with the Orianna contesting the mid wave, let them push first, catch the wave, then you can go help. Okay, that's basically it. Okay, so hopefully this helped you guys figure out what you need to do to carry on ADC. If you're still not sure on how to employ this strategy or what you're supposed to be doing, feel free to ask questions in the comments or check out the stream on twitch.tv/xFSN Saber. You can ask me questions live while I play and show you guys how to do this strategy live. I plan to make at least 2 videos using this strategy. One Caitlyn video, how to carry with Caitlyn, and one MF video, how to carry with MF, the best ADC on this patch. But yeah, other than that, if you guys like this kind of content, please let me know by supporting me on Patreon. That's kind of where I keep track of how well this kind of content is doing on YouTube. But yeah, if you guys want to support me making this more of this kind of stuff, yeah, Patreon is the way to go. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys next time.